Well, good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to Jen Cares, powered by Chosen Counselors. I'm your host, Jen Cares, and the founder of Chosen Counselors, a nonprofit organization that seeks to inspire, motivate, empower, and strengthen individuals and families. Chosen friends, as always, thank you so much to each and every one of you for tuning in, for liking, for sharing, from commenting, and watching again. I truly, truly appreciate you. Tonight is the conclusion of our motivational series, Why Not? And I want to challenge all of my chosen friends beyond today with that why not to continue to say, why not? Why not? I could try it, right? We reviewed tools that we have in our toolbox. We talked about fulfilling our purpose. We decided that we can't give up. We talked about starting that business or whatever your it is. Thank you so much, Dr. Proctor, from last week. And tonight we're going to close out with You Can Do It. Okay? So each week I set aside some time to think of what my opening thoughts would be. And this week my thoughts were a little silent. The thoughts of my life experiences came, and I thought to myself, I'm always telling my business. But then I had a dream, and in the dream, I had went through some experiences, and people saw those experiences, and they were inspired by what I was going through or how I had survived what I went through. And then I started sharing my feelings through that experience, and they were empowered. I then closed out with a motivational. I was doing a whole little speech all in a dream. It was a repeat after me style. So I said, I am loved. They said, I am loved. I am amazing. I'm amazing. I am needed. And it was quiet. The room was quiet. And it was in that moment that I knew why I'm telling my story. I was reminded why I started Jen Cares. It's because I really do care for others. Each and every one of you and of me, we are needed. We are gifted to do some amazing things and to make a difference in this world. I've been to several funerals, and there's a time on the program where we give flowers by sharing the impact that the person has made in our lives. And sadly, some never know the impact that they have made until it is too late. So I challenge all of my chosen friends to work your pound, work your gift. And if someone has helped you along the way, tell them thank you, because we are all needed and appreciated. I can't tell you how many times the thought has come across my mind to throw in a towel. Heart to heart moment, I went to throw in a towel on people, places, things, and even myself sometimes. But it was in those moments that I remember that seed that someone else planted before. And I remember those that have gone before me, my mom and other loved ones. And I pulled myself together knowing that I can make it. See, we can't make permanent decisions over a temporary thing, okay? I'm human though, so I doubt myself. I even asked if a day conference, when I asked about that, would that help people? And people said yes. And we have like a month and a half or so to push the effort. And I thought, could we really put it off? Will the people really come? And last week, following the live, let me tell you, 10 tickets were sold to sponsor and be a blessing to somebody else. And I can't tell you how amazed I felt. I was overwhelmed with joy of knowing that somebody out there is really believing in what Jen Cares is doing. Somebody out there is really believing in what Chosen Counselors is doing. And I am truly, truly, truly so grateful. And I won't lie, I went back and forth with myself. I'm like, should we make it a free event? But we're trying to do some amazing things, and that takes money. So I thank you from the top, bottom, all around in my heart and being for your support and what we are doing. So since we're there, on Saturday, May 15th, we are having a day of empowerment. And I have a free ticket for somebody tonight. Oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be virtual. It's my birthday weekend. So celebrate my birthday with me by coming to our day of empowerment. Be sure to listen out for our word or phrase of the day by our guest tonight. As at the end of this event, you may get a ticket tonight. But what I'm saying is, in those moments of wanting to give up, encouragement does come. And tonight, more encouragement is coming your way, because we can do it, whatever it is. As shared the first night of this series, we talked about the why not. So why not listen? Why not take the trip? Why not leave the situation? Why not shoot the shot? Why not move? Why not apply? Why not love? Why not enjoy? Why not? Why not? Why not? So let's get into this segment, because you can do it. And tonight we have the amazing Dr. Nya EL-Amin. And when I first met her, oh my goodness, she was just a ball of sunshine. And I am so excited to have her on tonight. So help me welcome and introduce Dr. Nya EL-Amin. Woo!
Hello, 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 everyone. I am so excited to be here tonight. Jen, I am so excited. Thank you, Jen Cares, for having me here. And we are going to have a great time. One thing about interacting with me, I'm a real person. So
Mhm.
it's very important that, anytime in this segment, if you have any questions, please utilize the chat because I
Yes.
like to stop and answer those questions right away. But I'm just here to share some light. And just at the end of this whole piece, I want you to know that you can do it. So
See?
I'm excited about this event that you're having. I want to
Yeah.
just off top share that the key phrase today is joy. So that's our phrase. Okay, so I'll be listening into that tonight.
Yes. See, she already ready. She is ready. So we about to get this together. So here, Jen Cares, we started with quote of the day. Today's quote of the day is the distance between your dreams and reality is called action. The distance between your dreams and reality is called action. What are your thoughts on that quote?
So when I look at that quote, how it speaks to me, it says that your dream will remain a dream if you don't do anything about it.
Mm,
Okay. That
mm,
once you start putting that kinetic energy behind that dream and transitioning it around, then it will become a met goal or a reality.
mm,
And pretty much what we're going to be talking about today is about getting started and letting you know that you can do it. So when
mm.
I look at that quote, we all are dreamers. We
Yes.
we dream big. Some of us dream small, big, but we dream and we want to see ourselves better than our current state. But
Yes.
in order for us to get there, is we have to make conscious steps to meet goals to
Mm.
help our dreams become a reality. And it's
So
all of the steps are not necessarily large steps. It's just one foot in front of the other and celebrating those wins and being consistent, then
mm,
your dreams will be reality.
being consistent, one step in front of the other, and just trying. Ah, that's good.
Absolutely. That's where it begins. Um, we all of us, and even people who are even like, no matter what place that they find themselves in life, they
Mm,
want to be better. They want to have more.
mm,
Every day that you wake up, I don't know people who wake up in the morning and say, "Today I want to lose. Today I don't want to achieve anything. Today I want to be a failure." Everybody wakes up every morning with some level of focus, whether it's your focus or a focus that's given to you by somebody else. But in order for you to move the dial in your life, you have to put energy behind it. Your thoughts, your focus, your work, your efforts, everything behind it in order to move the dial in your life so you can meet those goals.
mm. Very good. Very good. So as you can see, it's about to be fun tonight. And as
Oh, yeah.
always, chosen friends, I have prepared some questions, but as Dr. Nya has shared, be sure to drop your comment, your question, your thought in the comments, and we will be sure to engage because this is about all of us remembering and knowing and finding out that we can do it. So, Nya, tell us about yourself.
So I am an educator, I'm a life coach, I am a minister, I am a speaker. I am a Philadelphia native. Love it here in Philadelphia. This is where I was born and raised, but I wear a lot of different hats. But something that I'm most passionate about is being a life coach. And as a life coach, I literally support businesses and individuals meet their personal and professional goals. I am an advocate. I am a support, and I help people push through difficult challenges in their lives to be better overall.
Very nice, very nice. So, since you said the life coach piece is the one that you're most passionate about, all of them help you to be who you are. How did you, or what made you get into that field?
So, to be very honest with you, it really chose me.
Okay.
Since I've been a little girl, I have always like supported people in their lives, like whether it's goals for them to go to school or to mentor. People used to come to me when I was very young for just advice, whether they were friends or my peers or adults, and I will always give very sound wisdom to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I started in a field of finance, like after I graduated college. And one of my clients, because I help them not just manage their personal finance, but also align some personal things in their lives. And they introduced the life coaching program to me, and I didn't really know anything about it. But in finance, when you think about it, money or your finances drives your goals, right? Anything major in your life that you want to do, you have to have a level of finances attached to it. So it kind of worked hand in hand. So once she introduced the life coaching program to me, I was like, this is what I do every day. And I went on ahead and got licensed, and the rest is history. I started a business. I started out as a partnership with another young lady, and we dissolved the partnership after the first 2 years of me coaching, and I've been doing it on my own and independently and have been very successful. And I think when you think about a coach, the success is not so much in the money that you make, but it's really about the lives that you change. How you can see people who come to you and want to start businesses, families, want to transition in their career, all of these major life changes that they have, and you see them not just overcoming their fears and meeting their goals, but thriving in the passions that they really have for their lives. And just to be an advocate to allow that process or be a part of that process has been very rewarding and fulfilling to me. But I truly believe it's me fulfilling my God's purpose.
Ah, very nice. It's interesting that you say you've been doing it, prior to even getting into the program and things like that, because we talked about in a previous segment of what have you been doing already.
Yeah.
Most of the time, your why not is something you've already been doing. And you find out, hey, wait, I can get paid for this. I can make a gig out of this. I can do this every day. Like, amazing.
Yes. And I'm sorry, Jen.
No, go ahead.
No, and what I want to even share with a lot of people, that when it comes down to your purpose, that we always feel like we have to pull something out of the sky. Mm-hmm. A lot of times our purpose is connected to things that we're already connected to. Groups of people that we already feel a pull from our hearts to be with. These are things that come very natural to us, but we put them in the back burner, or we put them on the shelf and say, oh, I can't make any money off of this, or this is just a hobby or something that I just lightly enjoy doing. But really, when you start diving into those things that you just do naturally, they begin opening up doors for you to show you the pathway and where you need to go. So literally, this career chose me, but I was already doing these things long before it was a title attached to it.
Very good. So Tasha has a question for you. She said, how did you get certified?
So I found a program online. Well, actually, somebody brought the program to me, but I did research, and there's a lot of programs online that will give you certifications. So I don't like to endorse any program because they're not paying me to endorse them. So I just want to go here because I am a businesswoman. But I would say, like, if you are interested in becoming a life coach, do your due diligence and do research. And there are a lot of programs that are that will license you in months or years, but it depends on what type of coach that you want to be.
Very nice. Very nice. Good answer. But yes, awesome. So do your research, and that's about anything that you want to do. We talk about starting businesses, knowing what our purpose is. Do your research to find out, is this really what I want to do? So in that essence, when you were, pursuing school, what was your thought pattern? Was this always the ultimate goal? What was your dream job?
So when I first started school in my undergrad, I really wanted to be a financial planner or an investment banker. I was going back and forth with two things. I've always had a passion with just dealing with money because, I came from a very humble beginning, and I really wanted to understand the way that finances work. And I knew that I wanted to be financially successful early on. So in order for me to do that, I was just like, I need to know how the banking industry works. I need to know how the stock market works. I need to learn and indulge myself in ways to make money. So, and I did it. I went to, while I was in my undergrad, I interned in Merrill Lynch in New York, in Manhattan, and I also was in Jersey City. I had a very long standing career in finance. So I've been doing it for over 20 years, and I've, dealt with billions and billions and billions of dollars, that I actually felt and held and shipped out, and also managed people's money as well. But as I started getting myself more and more and managing people and managing offices, I realized that I was building up a business that I wasn't really passionate about. I cared more about helping the overall person grow, not just their finances, but their
Yes.
overall personal goals in life. And that's what geared me more towards coaching.
Got it. Got it. Okay. Ah, so financial. So it kind of came in the same piece. It was coaching people how to deal with their money. That's a
Absolutely.
hard one because I might not want to do what you're telling me to do with my money, even though I know on the other side I'm gonna be happy for it.
Yes. Yeah. Money, listen, money is very sensitive. When it comes down to people's finances, they get very sensitive. I've just literally ended my 4 week Where the Money Resides series.
Yeah.
And I was really taking time to teach people information about budgeting, credit, investing, and cryptocurrency. So it's very important for you to be informed about your finances. I just have to put a pin in for that, because that's the way that you can really navigate through your overall life smoother when you're not afraid of dealing with your personal finances,
Mm,
especially in this time, in this
mm.
season.
Yes. Yes. So true, so true. Pause for the calls. Hey, Mama Wanda. I love Mama Wanda. She's been here since day one. Gotta tell her hello, hello, Mama Wanda. Okay. So, being a life coach, do you give me advice? What happened?
So that's a right. No, we don't. We don't really give advice. We don't, but we do provide strategy and customized plans to help people meet their goals. You get advice from your girlfriends. You get advice for your family. But when you sit with a professional, we're going to give you strategy to help you move the dial in your life, to push you forward. So when you sit with a life coach, we listen and we understand root causes that are standing in your way to be successful. And then from that point, we really work one-on-one with you, helping you to build a strategy or a customized plan to move you forward. We're not your friends, although it can feel like we are, but we're really here to be like an accountability partner, to hold you accountable to the things that you say that you want.
Mm, I love it. I love it. You know, you go to the friends, you go to the family for advice. It's like when you have an ailment, you go see friends like, what you think this is? Or we go to WebMD and then we diagnose ourselves and we're about to plan a funeral because we think we're about to die. But when you go to the professional, they see a scope to help you really see what's going on. And then it's
Exactly.
up to you to make the decision of what you're
Yeah.
going to do next. Very
Yes.
nice, very nice. It's funny. I saw a meme or a video the other week, and it was a guy looking at a pill bottle, and on a pill bottle it said how much to take. It said take two a day or something like that. It said take two and then whatever else. But the young man called his mom because he needed someone that was a seasoned adult to make sure he was still making the right decision. So how do you guide people in those situations? A lot of times people come possibly and they kind of know what it is that they want to do, but they're like, no, I just want to make sure this is the right thing to do. Like, and the mom's like, yeah, you take two now. What time is it? 3? Okay. Then you take two more at this time and things like that. And sometimes we know, but we get in our heads and we doubt and things like that. What's the piece that can help us when we get in our heads and have those doubts?
We have to have a level of self-acceptance, right? And we have
Mm.
to give ourselves patience.
Whew.
Okay. And I know that it's very difficult to do, because most of us, we want everything yesterday and we want
Mhm.
everything perfect, right?
Mhm.
But life
Yeah.
doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So it's important to build up that level of confidence in yourself, because guess what? We make decisions every day that
Mhm.
change, life decisions every single day. And when we're making
Mhm.
those decisions, we're not always consulting people during these decisions. We move in confidence. So
Mhm.
when I find someone that's not very, sure about what they need to do, or they're doubting themselves, I build that level of confidence to let them know that they can do it.
Mm.
They can do it. And it looks different for every client, and it
Absolutely.
looks different for every situation. But the key thing is that I don't want people to coach with me forever. My goal
Mhm.
is to help build you up, so
Mhm.
and get you on your way, and
Mhm.
go to my next clients to help them do the same. I want you to be interdependent on me, not
Mhm.
dependent on me.
Yes. Got it. Got it. Yes, I was looking on your Instagram, I think it was, and it was saying patience with life and self. Talk on that, like that patience, because again, we don't. It's a cuss word sometimes.
Yeah, you have to like be kind to yourself. You have to know that it's literally, and we hear this all the time. And I tell people a lot that when you meet with me, sometimes you're going to hear um, things that you've already heard before. But when you hear it from me, it might sit with you or resonate a little bit different. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be patient with yourself because guess what that does? That minimizes your stress. That lets you know that it's not a sprint, but a marathon. It lets you know that even when you're working towards the goal and you're pushing forward in your life, that it's going to take time to see the results. You know that you have to be kind to yourself to know that when things don't work out the way that you want them to work out, that they are still working out for your good. You have to embrace yourself. You have to love on yourself. You have to do self-care. All of these things are so important, especially during this time. Because when we step outside of our door, it is 1,000 things waiting to just like mentally attack us, sometimes physically attack us, emotionally attack us. And we have to be built up so much before we walk out the door that these things will not penetrate, not just in your heart, but in your mental. Because your mind is your navigation to push you forward. So when things and people start breaking down your mind and making you fear and doubt yourself, then you're not going to operate at your 100%. You're not going to feel confident about moving forward with your vision and your purpose. You're going to begin to doubt everything about you. And who has time for that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Exactly. And this season, this is the time to be moving. This is the time to push forward. This is the time to look at that shelf that you have with all of those goals and dreams and vision and things that you spoke over your life and things that other people positively have spoken over your life. It's time to pull it off the shelf and brush it off and say, I'm great. I have greatness inside of me. Something good has started inside of me. I'm passionate about something. Let me shake myself. What am I doing? I like what I'm at, where I'm at today, but I see myself further and better. Let me go ahead and start working on that thing. Do it. You deserve it.
You deserve it. I love to see today is the last Monday of the third month of the year. So we're closing out on the first quarter. In a sense, if you break it up in 3, 6 now.
It's the end of the first quarter.
And the hope is that, what are the things that we said we were going to do in January? January's theme, we talked about moving forward with affirmations, mental health, self-care, moving forward in healing, moving forward in pivoting. So now we're in March. What are we doing? Have we really took those steps from day one of this year to say, I'm going to do it? And if we didn't, tonight we're going to get the encouragement that we can move forward and still get it done. Because we don't have time. We say we don't have time, but we make time. We make time to get in our minds, to get confused, to get upset, to get overwhelmed, to overthink, and becomes overwhelming. So what are some your go-to encouragement for somebody that is in those moments of feeling overwhelmed, depressed, oppressed?
Okay. I want to answer that in just a second, but I just want to just take a little segue into the time that we're in right now, right? I can't move past it. Okay. So we are literally at the end of first quarter, like you said. We're at the end of Women History Month. We are actually in the beginning of Holy Week. We are at the dawn of Q2, quarter two, and also right at the beginning of a brand new month. All 5 days. Okay. So this time is very pivotal. Don't move past this time and say, oh, it's just another week. Oh, it's just another, another day. No, this week is a special week because it's a transitioning and a shifting that's going on this week. So when you find yourself in a position where you're stuck, because I've been there. I've been there looking like this, smiling and just lovely, but still stuck. Okay. So you want to get past what a look looks like and how a person presents themselves. I literally just did a workshop. I did a workshop on Friday, and it was called the Sister Circle for Women History Month. And I was talking to the woman and I was letting them know that they all look so beautiful. But the woman that I'm talking to today is not the woman that are in front of me right now. I'm talking to the woman that that is at home by themselves in front of their mirror and what they look like at that moment and place. The first thing that you have to, and the reason why I chose that woman is because that's when you're the most honest.
Yes.
the most bare in
Yeah.
that place when you're home looking in the mirror by yourself. So people that are going through tough times right now and battling through transition and feeling alone and depressed, I'm talking to you, okay?
Mhm.
The first thing that you have to do when you are going through transition like that is to be honest with yourself. And
Mm.
just be honest and say, listen, I'm hurt.
Yes.
I'm not feeling good. I'm depressed. I'm sad. I just can't get over the hump. You have to be honest about your current condition. Because if you are
Mm.
not honest about that, you cannot look or move to the next level. You have to be, and then you have to deal with the feelings that you are having in that space.
Mhm.
And then from there, you can start working on the solution,
Mhm.
bringing people in to support you. Because when you're really deep down, it's very difficult for you to pull yourself up by yourself. Because
Agreed.
guess what? If you could, you would have done it already.
Come on.
Nobody wants to be in a stressful, depressed, and frustrating
Yes.
place
Yes.
because it's uncomfortable. So if you could have pulled yourself out of that place by yourself, you would have done it already. So the second thing is know that you can't get out of it by yourself. You need
Yes.
help. And it's okay
Mm.
that you need help because we all do. So that means that you have to find the help that can support you. There are therapists, coaches, friends that you have around, there's people, whatever that you need in your circle of support that can pull you up to get
Mhm.
that help that you need.
Yes.
Raise your hand and say, it's me and I need it. Don't be ashamed.
Mm.
Deal with those emotions. And then the third step I will say is that every day try to implement something new to
Mhm.
push you forward.
Mm.
So 3 things I said. The first thing is being honest with yourself and your
Mhm.
current condition. Don't lie to yourself.
Mm.
You have to be honest. The second thing is that you need to get support. You can't do it by yourself because if you could have, you would have already. And the third thing is to implement something new in your life to encourage you and push you forward every day.
Mm. I'm sorry, I'm taking my notes.
Okay, and that is fine. And the reason why I can speak so passionately about it because I have had dark days in my life. I have been depressed. I have been disappointed. I have
Mhm.
cried many nights. I have gone through different trials and tribulations. And just because I have a doctor in front of my name now, or because I have a business or education, it
Mhm.
doesn't mean that these moments skip me.
Yes.
But
Yes.
guess what? They are part of who I am. I take them where I go, not as baggage, but to say that I have been there just like you have. And if
Mhm.
I do these particular steps, I know how to keep myself out of these places.
Mm. So good, so good. I love the piece of like in the mirror. I definitely take those moments. Like you first wake up in the morning, you go into the mirror, you are seeing the truest
Yes,
version of you. When you first
yes,
wake up, the breath, the face, the sleep, everything, you are seeing the truest version of yourself. And like you'll be in the mirror, you'll be like, oh wait, where did that come from? What is that another gray hair? Oh my gosh, this is out of place or that. And then if it's a full body mirror, really seeing who you are. Even that camera, taking a picture of yourself. Sometimes
yes,
you take a picture and you're smiling, but you know that it's not your true smile. So
yes,
really being that honest with yourself, it's a humbling place to be. It's a real place to be. It's a
yes,
needed place to be to help us to really find our most authentic version of ourselves.
yes.
Mm.
But no matter where you find yourself, Jendo, no matter where you find yourself, if you begin just like start and making small baby steps,
Mm-hmm.
you will see the progress.
Yes,
You will
yes.
see it. Like literally, you just have because I tell people this, like if they keep on doing the same things, hanging around the same people, they're gonna keep on getting the same results. That's
Yeah.
why I said do something different. You
Mm.
deserve it. You owe it to yourself.
Yes.
You owe it to yourself so you can move forward. It's the same, and that same concept is when it comes down to like managing your money. You put a little bit away.
Mm-hmm.
Don't touch it and watch it grow.
Watch it
That's the
grow.
same thing. Just change up a little bit, a couple things that you're doing. you're
Mm-hmm.
going to see growth. You're going to see
Yeah.
movement. I
Yeah.
guarantee that.
Guaranteed. So good. So, in engaging our why nots, we have to
Yeah.
try something new. We got to put something to the side of whatever it is. If we need funds for whatever it is, start saving for it now. If we um, need education for it, research to see how we can become that life coach, how we can become that plumber, how we can become that beautician, whatever it is that you want to do. These are the pieces that you have to do. I can't wake up and say, I'm going to be a cook and you can't cook. Please don't open up a restaurant, you know? So we have to make sure our pieces are together because there's so many things that some of us want to do. But we have to take that moment to educate ourselves, to know what it is about. Having finances together. Last week we talked about the business and you said you had a partnership with somebody. Sometimes it works out great and then you dissolve. It's like, where would I go from here? And you said, hey, I'm going to stay on this path. So knowing what that involves. Talk about that. How was that process of going from a partner to now being by yourself and amazingly flourishing?
It was definitely a challenge for
Mm-hmm.
sure because I started as a partnership and I'm a very loyal person, this period. So I like to just stick with things to the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point where, like, my partner, she provided like an office space, and because she was already an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And when we began the business, we thought that we were on the same wavelength on how we were going to run it. I did a lot of the content for our website and marketing, and she really wanted like funds and money to turn around. But we know when you're starting a new business, it takes a while for you to make money. You're not going to come out. And don't get me wrong, some businesses, they open up the doors and they thrive
Yes.
from the beginning,
Yes.
But I'm talking about statistically speaking, that
Mm-hmm.
it takes like really 5 years for you to really see the
Mm-hmm.
benefits of a business,
Yes.
and it goes through a lot. It goes through a whole cycle. And I can have a whole series about that, but a business
Yeah.
cycle goes through a whole cycle. So it wasn't moving as fast as she wanted to, and she wanted to take things into different directions that I just didn't want to go. And
Mm-hmm.
we decided to dissolve the partnership, but she continued on and kept the business name, all the content I created, everything like that for the business. And that was very disheartening because I decided to walk away. And I was really going to walk away from coaching altogether, but something just pulled me back to it. And
Mm-hmm.
I think it was for the passion that I had for it. And then also, people were still pulling on me that way. They were pulling on that gift that I had inside of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to rebrand and revamp it. And I was really afraid
Mm-hmm.
because I started out the business with a partner. So I had someone that was always there all along the way.
Yes. Yes.
And I had to step out and do it by myself. But I just said, listen, I believe in me.
Yes.
And I had to tell myself that, right? Because I didn't always believe in me. But I had to
Mm-hmm.
say, Nya, I believe in you. Nya, you can do it. Nya, you can. I had to speak positive affirmations to
Yes.
myself. I had to start telling myself so I could believe it, because I didn't. But I
Mm-hmm.
had to share it to myself until I believed it. And I pushed forward in the business. And, you know, it started off slow, but it started building. And from that business, I started off just as a coach. But
Mm-hmm.
then from a coach, it morphed into me being a speaker. I was
Mm-hmm.
being asked to speak at different events and
Yeah.
conferences. And then from that, it morphed into me teaching workshops. So it's like you never know how, when you step out, it's really, when you step out to do anything, right?
Yes.
That's you stepping out in the uncharted waters. You stepping out on faith.
Mm.
So you only know the one piece that you feel that you're talented in. But it's like a lot of times when you step out, these are doors within doors, right?
Mm.
So I decided that, hey, I want to be a coach. I'm doing the right thing. I partnered with somebody. The partnership didn't work out. Then I
Yes.
decided to be a coach alone and by myself. I had to face the fears with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And then from that, other doors started opening up with workshops. Other doors started opening up with speaking. And still other doors are still
Mm.
opening up for me. And I'm grateful. But these doors would not have opened up if I didn't walk through the first one.
Mm. And
So
that's
again, you can do it because
yes.
you don't know what is on the other side.
Mm.
You are literally standing in the way of your progression, your
Mm.
blessing, your breakthrough, your open door, when you decide that you're just going to stay here and not do anything. And I would like to say to those that are standing there, how dare you? How dare you just stand there and not do anything? How dare you waste time? How dare you not move out on the goals that you have set for yourself? Because one thing is that people have paved the way to get you thus far. The situations that you've been in your life has positioned you to deal and operate in the gift that God has given you. So how dare you say that I don't want to operate it just because I'm afraid, or I don't want to, or I don't know how, or I don't feel like it, or I'm not good enough? How dare you? Because there are people waiting on the other side for you.
On the other side for you.
They are waiting. They are anticipating. They're waiting for the food that you know how to cook. They are waiting for the way that you know how to sing. They are waiting for the wisdom that you have about business. They are waiting for the way that you handle people with care. They are waiting for this. So it's like, we need you to get activated. We need these feet to start moving. We need you to get excited about your future, because you hold that in your hands. And when you stop moving, that means that the other person that's waiting on the other end, they have to wait until somebody else gets built up to take your place. And who has time for that? I know I'm talking good. I'm talking good for myself, okay?
You're talking real good, because how dare you? Because that's the thing, sometimes we have fear, and we can't let that fear stop us. Last week we talked about the piece of, starting businesses with people being mindful and things of that sort. But I love the piece of, it didn't work, y'all separated, but then you kept going forward from what it is that you wanted to do. And God bless her ministry and things of that sort, but it doesn't stop you. And sometimes we do connect with people, places, and things, and it doesn't work out how we thought that it would. But it still can't stop us. We still have to keep on. Yes, the heart was broken, but hey, a little therapy, a little time, it will mend. It can love again. Yes, they fired me from that job. That's cool. This one is I'm more qualified for this one, and they paying me more. That's cool. So again, knowing, there are other possibilities. They say, it's plenty of fish in the sea, and they're talking about, like men being a sea. But I like the plenty of fish in the sea because it's plenty of jobs. It's plenty of opportunities. It's plenty of friends. It's plenty of cars. Your car break down, you can get another one. That don't work out, you can get a bike. You can get a bus and different things of that sort. So not boxing ourselves in, because how dare we? She got it.
And then not even that, when you talked about that, it's things out there with your name on it. Right? So when you say you want to stop and not work your purpose, and you want to just wait because you in your feelings and you upset, then the things that are waiting on you for a certain time, when it's your time and when it's your turn, you're saying, I don't want it. Give it away. I don't want it. That's what you're saying, because it's certain blessings that you get by stepping out and working in your purpose. Absolutely. It's a godly principle. So so when you are not pushing out and doing the things that you're supposed to do, or when you're disqualifying yourself and you're not having self-acceptance, what you're saying is that how I'm created is not good enough. Although everything about you and the way that you're created has built you for your purpose. So it's like, and then when you're working your purpose, you have things with your name on it that's attached to you to be your blessing and to be your open door. And I'm not trying to preach. I'm not trying to get into all of that tonight. I'm just trying to just lay down some principles that I know that work. Let me tell you, I have to just share. I shared this with the ladies on Friday, and I want to share this with you guys real quick, because as much as I support and encourage people, I sometimes even doubt myself. And I'm just going to be transparent and honest, because I see myself now being pushed into different directions that, I've dreamt about being in, and I see how it's being set up in front of me, but I still have that fear that grabs me. So I want to share a quick story about a car. Now, I work in finance. I know how lending and everything works. But I was in a situation where I bought my car that I fell in love with a few years back. And it was I like to call it my big girl car. Or for those that were early 80 babies, they know about the big wheel. So I said that this was my big wheel.
Yes.
And that car unfortunately broke down, and I paid for it in full. And I was like, I really want to get another car. I didn't want to get a car note. I didn't know how I was going to do it. As an entrepreneur, it's a lot of things that you have to go through to, for lending these days. But God set it up where I was able to meet a young lady and I was really also nervous about going to dealerships, because when you go to the dealerships, even when you are in good credit standing, it's like I felt like I was haggling for prices, and it could just be an overwhelming experience.
Yes. Yes.
So to make a long story short, I was able to meet with this young lady that worked at CarMax, and I am going to plug CarMax, okay, because it's a great establishment. And literally, I told her what my budget was, and I was like, I needed to get a vehicle, and I want an SUV because I drive SUVs. And she was like, "Listen, don't worry about it. I'm going to get you your vehicle." And I didn't even tell her what kind of vehicle I wanted, because I was really open at the point. And I said a prayer to God. I was like, Lord, I told this girl I need her to get a car, but Lord, I want you to put me in a car that you want me to be in. I want you to specifically put me in a car for where you want me to go. That's what I asked her. And she was like, we get cars in all the time. I'm going to call you. Now, mind you, I didn't have a car. I went to the CarMax in Delaware. So she called me and she was like, I have a car for you. And she didn't tell me what it is. And she said, you got to come and get it today. So I didn't have anybody to drive me to Wilmington. I had to take the trolley, the Amtrak to Wilmington, Delaware, the Uber from Wilmington, Delaware to Newark, Delaware. So this is like a 2-hour traverse to get down here, and not even knowing what car that I was going to get, because I believed God that he was going to give me the car that was best for me. So she was like, she got the car. It was in a budget I set. I was nervous because I didn't know, what everything was going to work out to be, but I ended up getting multiple offers, and I got an offer that I didn't have to, show any income, which was great, as a business owner. And she took me out to my car, which had a big bow on it. And I showed it last year, but it was a Mercedes-Benz. And and not to the fact that, it was a luxury car, not to boast about it, but it was just a journey that I spoke out on what it was that I had desired for God to do for me. And that car was for where he saw for my future and where I'm going. And we have to do that over our lives. It's important to speak what we see. No matter what condition that you find yourself in. At the time that I needed that car, I didn't have a car. Not that I couldn't get it, but I wanted to wait to get the best thing for me. I even told the person to get the car for me. I didn't even know what it was going to be. And when she got the car, she said, "I have your car." She didn't even tell me what it was. And I had to go 2 hours to get it. But she said, "I had your vehicle." And when I got there, it was a Mercedes. And we have to start speaking over our life and not be afraid to go after what we want. But we put our faith into action. We have to do that. Because a lot of times we always say what we want, or what we want it to look like, or how we want it to go, or what we are desiring. But we have to open ourselves up and say, listen, I'm removing myself from this. Because you already started something good in me already. You already educated me. You already put me in position around good people. Even though I might not feel good about myself, you place me around people that believe in me, that push me forward. You encourage me through however ways you encourage. So you started something good in me. Even though I don't feel like something good is going about me, you started something good in me. So we have to speak to what we want. We have to speak to our future self. We have to say, show me the way. I can do it. I see myself as a business owner. I see myself as being married. I see myself as a mother. I see myself as a millionaire. I see myself. You have to say these things over your own self, by yourself, and believe it.
And believe it.
And believe it. And then watch your life transition. People think, they might think that you crazy. They might think like, what you doing? I didn't say it to everybody. I said, say it to yourself. Because it starts with you. You got to believe it. And when you start believing it, then your mind is going to start being conditioned to move in that direction. You can't move if you don't know where you're going. But
and if
you
you
know
do
where
move,
you're
you're
going.
wasting gas.
Huh? You're
And then
right.
if you do move, you're wasting gas.
Wasting it. And it's okay. And listen, it's okay because we still got to be kind to ourselves because we don't know the whole story. We just know bits and pieces. And I think that God strategically does that because he doesn't want us to be an island by ourselves. We are all interdependent of one another.
Yes.
So you have your piece, and then you're going to connect to another source that's going to give you a piece. Then connect to another source that's going to give you a piece. Yes. And it's going to be a building block together. Yes. But you're not going to get that going unless you get started. So if you decide to stay on your island by yourself, mad, frustrated, angry, depressed, then that's going to be your lot. But you have a choice every day when you get up in the morning to say, I want to do something different. You have an opportunity every day to speak life over yourself into your future. Yes. You have the opportunity every day to connect with people that can believe in where you want to be. You have an opportunity every day to write down your vision in a journal. You have the opportunity every day to pray over your future. So these are things that are free. You didn't hear me say anything about money. These are things that are free that you can do for you because you deserve it.
You deserve it.
And listen, these are principles. So if you go ahead and tap a millionaire and talk to them and ask them how they got, so I guarantee you they will say one of the things I said tonight. I'm trying to sprinkle down some nuggets.
Yes.
And I hope that people are catching up. And you might not, connect to every single thing, but let it be one thing. Let it be one thing that can shift you into gear. Because guess what? I need you. I need you in position. Because when you're in position, that means that everyone connected with you are going to get into position too. And who knows how our paths cross. But when we're in position, it makes it easy for us to navigate and move through life. So I need you. I do. I need you. I need you to be activated. I need you to be inspired. I need you to start the things that God has created you to do. I need you to thrive. I need you to be successful. Because when you are doing these things, you are opening up other doors for other people, and we need that.
Look into these comments. PJ said, Nya Van Zant.
Listen, I need you, PJ. Seriously. We got to change these lives. Like, seriously.
Absolutely. Urban Evangelist said, yes, sometimes you got to convince yourself. Todd said, believe it, speak it to existence, and it will happen. Urban Evangelist also said, walking through the first door, I love this. Urban Evangelist said, connect and shift. Yes. And then JC Siri said, there are benefits that come with being in position. That one right there, though, because when we're not in position, you throw that ball and nobody there to catch it, it's not going anywhere. And sometimes we make some connections and we hoping that they're going to work out for us. And we find out, oh, you're not working anymore. Then I got to shift, like Urban Evangelist has said, of that connect and shift. Got to be able to move when I can't get it from you because you ain't doing what you need to be doing to help us all get to where we're trying to get.
And I shared that principle. This in my story. Like, when that lady told me my car was there, if I didn't get up at that moment and figure out a way to get to Newark, Delaware, then that would have been somebody else's car, but that car had my name on it.
Yes.
And you have to reach out. You can't. Sometimes things will come when you just sitting there at the house or sitting on the couch.
Yes.
For other things, you're going to have to get up.
Yes.
And move and get it. You have to do your part. You got to. You have to do your part. So I can't, everybody who's watching this broadcast tonight, I can't do your part. I only can do my own. And that's all I'm accountable for. My own. And And I don't want anybody to miss out on opportunities that has their name on it. Because you did the work for these things to come.
You did the work.
You did the work. You made the sacrifices for it to happen. But if you're not stepping up to step outside of your comfort zone, then you're going to miss out on it. And it's going to be set up for somebody else to get when it had your name on it.
And I can't tell you how many times, well, it hasn't been many times, but I remember one specific time I was in a service and I felt led to share something with somebody. And I was nervous. I was like, they're not going to listen to me. You just a nobody. They don't know you like that. How can you do it? And somebody else came along and said the exact same words I was led to say to that person. And what I'm trying to say is if you don't do it, somebody else will.
That quick.
Within a matter of minutes. That other person stepped right in and moved. And sometimes if we don't move, we miss out on that opportunity. We miss out on that open door. And sometimes it takes a while for that open door to come back again. Sometimes it takes months, years. We don't want that to happen. We got to be able to be ready to move. When they said that car, and then it's how bad do you want it? A trolley, a train, and an Uber. To get there and still not know what the car was, but because you had put your faith and trust in God, knew without a shadow of doubt it was going to be what you needed it to be. And that's it. Sometimes we have to, if this is what I believe, that's what I believe, I'm going for it, it's going to happen. That's that faith walk. I don't know how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, but if I got to move, I got to move. Oh, so good. So good.
You got to follow. The key thing is about following things to the end. You have to follow. Like if you're feeling pushed to do something, you have to follow it to the end. And sometimes you have to follow it blindly, but knowing that something greater is pushing you forward. And I'm not saying that everybody's story is going to be my own. I'm definitely not saying that you have to follow behind every person, even if you're feeling about it, because you can't be led by your emotions. And a lot of that story, you can't be led by your emotions, okay?
What does that mean? Let's break this down.
Don't make me say how dare you again. Don't you listen. I'm gonna just go there. How dare you? Yes. How dare you be led by your emotions? How dare you be led by the way you feel? Because listen, sometimes you feel up and sometimes you feel down.
Yes.
How dare you be led by yourself? Listen, I'm not leading me. I have something greater. I had the Lord leading me. I'm just going to say that, period. And a lot of that comes from personal relationship, right? You have to have a personal relationship. And that means just constantly have a conversation with God so you will know what it sounds like when he's showing you and telling you, because it's a difference, right?
Yes.
But you can't be led by how you feel, because if you led by how you feel, you will just be conflicted all the time.
All the time.
And when you are birthing something and when you have something great inside of you, you have to know that it's a part of a bigger purpose.
Yes.
And it's connected to something bigger. So you can't be led by how you feel and your emotions all the time. And it's okay to have bad days. It's okay when you don't want to be bothered by people. It's okay to be frustrated. I'm not saying that you got to be spiritual 24/7, because we are human beings, okay?
Yes.
And please believe I allow you to be practical and human. When you're with me, that's why I said use this chat, because we're going to deal with these questions, okay? Anything you want to ask, I will answer them for you. But you can't be led by just your emotions every day. Because what happens if you're upset for 3 months? What that you want to stand still for 3 months and not do anything? You can't be led by your emotions and your feelings. You can't, because it will lead you in circles. It will lead you in circles. But then we were supposed to get to these 11 things. And let me tell you, we said what needed to be said. We did what needed to be done. Okay.
Absolutely. You know, see, and I'm a tad bit speechless, because again, that's it. That how dare you piece, that part of getting in your position, that part of believing in you. You're stepping on some toes tonight, because these are the key pieces that we need to do to be able to flourish and do what it is that we're trying to do in our lives.
Yes. Listen, and I had to learn, I learned the hard way, because, I was a little hard-headed, because I felt like I knew.
Yes.
Nothing. Okay. Okay. Because listen, when you And it's okay. That's the other thing about stepping out. You do step out on faith, but you have to educate yourself. Here's the star. You have to educate yourself, but you also have to be, again, patient with yourself. You have to be patient. I cannot say that a lot, because a lot of times we are always looking at other people. Oh, well, so-and-so did this and this worked for so-and-so. And them over there did that and that worked for them. And maybe I need to do the same thing just like them, so I get the same result. The reality is that we are all on different paths. And I have to say that they're different, but they're interconnected together.
Yes.
Okay? You have a specific piece to somebody else's piece, and they all work together as a puzzle together.
Yes.
But you have to hone in your gift. You have to educate yourself.
Yes.
You have to practice. You have to bring your best to the marketplace every single day. And not just to the marketplace. You have to bring your best. When you step outside of your door, be your best. But when I say your best, I'm not saying your best physically all the time. Be your best up here. Because here is where you have the power to shift what looks like out here. Be your best here. Build up yourself here. Have confidence here. Stand for something here, so it can flow outward effortlessly.
Have confidence. That's a big one. And sometimes, as you see, you're like, you need the support of others. Sometimes you are feeling down and blue. Whether it's a person or whether it's God, you got to call on somebody to get that help, because it's so true of you saying, like, you know, you can be all dialed up, smiling and profiling and going through behind. I can't tell you how many times I had to like be on my A game for somebody else when I wasn't feeling it for myself. And it happens so often.
How dare you? How dare you? Okay, how dare you? Because you have to make sure that you stand for you first.
Yes,
You have to stand for you first, because how can you give out of an empty vessel? You can't. You have to be built up. And it takes time to get to that place. It really, truly does. It takes time to get there, but give yourself the time and patience, but don't stop moving. Give yourself the time and patience and encouragement, but don't stop moving, because I need you. I need you.
Songwriter said, I need you to survive. We get tired of the song, but it's really, we need those that are around us, because they do something, they help us, they say something. Just their presence sometimes helps us to say, hey, I can keep going. People that have children, they say my babies are what keeps me going. They need you, you know, on those jobs. You know, you are a wing and a prayer to answered prayer to many others, because they need you. You just going in and shedding your light, you know.
Just being
Nya, what do you have coming up where people can support you?
So I do have a new series that I am launching April 1st. It is going to be Faith, Finances, and Fashion. Yes. So I'm so excited. I'm also doing a new podcast. So I will have that marketing out for that on April 1st. So please pop on in. Also, my social media handles. I am on Facebook as Life Coach for Leaders. That is my business. Life, and we could put that in the chat, or do I need to put it in the chat? But Life Coach for Leaders. And I'm on Instagram as Nya the Life Coach. Yep. So that's NYA Nya the Life Coach. Follow me. You will see the events that I have going on. Yes. And please plug in. I know I just have a short time and I can't share all of the things that I do, but plug in, you know, tap in, plug in. It's a good source. I believe in just supporting people to thrive. I know that you can feel that even through the podcast, but I meet people where they are and we build up from there.
Okay. So you have really gathered us. And now that we are all gathered, we are listening. What is your piece for us to take away on tonight?
I shared so much, but the key thing that I want people to do is to be patient with themselves, to not beat themselves up when they don't hit their goals, but to continue to move forward. No matter where you find yourself, Do not stop because I need you. And the last thing is that it's important for you to have joy and have fun.
So good. So good. Thank you so much, Dr. Nya. Congratulations on, I think this is the first time I'm officially talking to you about you being a doctor now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all the amazing things that you're doing. I did see them where the money resides. I said, yes, where the money resides. Where the money. You know, we need to be there, but we got to educate ourselves so that we can be there. Because if not, we're just blowing funds and wasting time. So amazing. So awesome. This month has been amazing. I truly thank you so very much. I will be sure to share your contact information as well so people can connect and follow you.
Please.
Be sure
It's
to
been
follow
an
her on Instagram, on Facebook, because as you can see, she's going to get us together and say, how dare you? I felt that. I was like, I got to get myself together. And sometimes we need that. Somebody to really call us on our stuff. You know, they used to play the game called bullcrap. When you throw in our cards, you're like, yep, that's 2 aces. Bull. You know, you need somebody to call you on it because sometimes we are playing, sometimes we are bluffing, sometimes we are faking, and we want to be our true authentic. We want to be our true authentic selves because someone needs us. And guess what? You can do it.
You can do it.
So very good. Thank you again so much for joining us. May you have a great evening. And I hope that people found out what the keyword was because I'm going to ask. It's because I have a ticket to give away. Can you share the keyword one more time before you go?
The keyword is joy.
Joy. So have joy in pursuing that which you need to be doing. And that was really a cheat because I'm about to ask for it and we'll see who puts it in and see who gets it and things like that. But thank you again so very much, Nya. May you have a great evening.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Dr. Nya EL-Amin, she did that. Wasn't that great? Oh, that was amazing. Oh, she's such a ball of sunshine. Yes, Urban Evangelist said we need to be called out on our stuff, accountability. And you know, to be honest, sometimes we don't like to be held accountable. We don't like it. You know, as a child, we was like, I can't wait till I get grown. We get grown. Now we really held accountable because this adult life, it's a hard knock life for us, okay? But we can make it. We can go for it. How bad do you want it? I believe in you. Thank you for believing in me. All right, Joy, you got it. So for our, let me come back to my screen. Our Day of Empowerment. Joy, you have a ticket to come to our Day of Empowerment. Our last final speakers will be Dr. Ulysses and Shanika Pratt. Oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So be sure to get your ticket if you have not got it already. Oh, I'm excited for it. Do not forget our quote of the day. The distance between your dreams and reality is called action. That was so very good. So let me make sure I have the right name. Yes, Crystal, you have that ticket for the Day of Empowerment. I will make sure that you get it. So my takeaways from this month of Why Not? This has been amazing. My takeaways are find your passion. Look at who's around you because you can't do it alone. Find what you like. Don't allow circumstances to stop you. Be honest with yourself. Know that you are an athlete. Keep going. Don't rock this thing to sleep. Don't give up. Don't let fear paralyze you. Know that failure keeps us grounded and that there are benefits in volunteering. And on tonight, Nya brought it home with be honest with yourself and your current condition. Get support because you can't do it alone. And implement something new. Do something different. Believe in you, but most importantly, get in position. I hope that you too are encouraged to challenge the why nots in your life. Please join us next week as we will launch our The More You Know series. Check it out. Hey, it's your girl Jen Cares, and I want to invite you to join me for our April series, The More You Know. Beginning on Monday, April 5th, we will have Dr. Katrina King join us as we ask a vet. Tune in on Monday, April 12th for Your Health Matters with Dr. Charles Farmer. Then we will have Dr. Nadira Coles on Monday, April 19th to talk about the C word, COVID-19. We will close out on Monday, April 26th with Nurse Crystal Creamer to learn about home health care. So tune in on Facebook Live or on YouTube by searching Chosen Counselors on Mondays at 8 p.m. Be sure to mark your calendars and tell a friend, as this Gen Care series is brought to you by Chosen Counselors. It's going to be good. As you can see, we are launching off with Dr. Katrina King, Ask a Vet, because how many of y'all get a pet and then think that's all you need to do? Don't raise your hand. I'm not looking at you. I don't even know who's watching, but we're going to learn how to make sure we're taking care of our pets. We have some amazing doctors and nurses that's going to come on and just share some knowledge and wisdom with us for the more you know. So as I have shared the last speakers that will be for our Day of Empowerment, check out this promo. Your girl is working, and I think I did a good job. Y'all let me know. I mean, not to toot my horn, but she did this. Watch it. Watch it.
Chosen Counselors presents a Day of Empowerment. Join us on Saturday, May 15th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. virtual as we will inspire, motivate, empower, and strengthen all attendees. Topics include self-care, parenting, healing, singleness, business, dating, married life, burnout, and more. Special guests include Christian Mills, Todd Davis, Sherry Thompson, Marquise Coates, Tiffany Wilson, Bob Fleming, Sierra Brown, Maurice Williams, and Dr. Ulysses and Shanika Pratt. Planning to attend? Visit eventbrite.com, search Chosen Counselors, and select the link to purchase your tickets today. So join us on Saturday, May 15th for a Day of Empowerment. Be sure to mark your calendars and tell a friend, as this Day of Empowerment is brought to you by Chosen Counselors.
It's going to be good. One more request. Crystal, if you could send me a friend request so I can make sure I can get the information to you. I want to get your email address as well so you get your ticket, because it's going to be good. That's all I have for you guys. Please join us next week. I so love and appreciate you all. Remember that you can do it. Whatever your what is, whatever your it is, you can do it. I believe in you. Thank you for believing in me by tuning in and staying with us on this journey. This train is still going. Invite somebody else on this ride, because as you see, we are empowering, inspiring, motivating, and strengthening individuals like you. I love you all. Until next time.